Imagine you're casually walking down the street when, out of nowhere, your ex shows up and, full of rage and hate,
I
kicks
need
you
a little
right
bit more
between your
meat on my
legs.
bones.
Time seems to freeze. The world around you fades into a dull cloud as a wave of horrifying pain erupts from your groin, spreading through your abdomen and shooting up into your chest. Your vision blurs, you double over, and for a few agonizing moments, nothing else exists. A kick to the testicles is not just painful, it's a full-body experience that leaves you questioning the very fragility of your existence. But what is it about this particular part of the male anatomy that makes it so vulnerable and the pain so unbearable? Let's dive into the science and mystery behind this phenomenon. The anatomy of pain. Why it's so intense. To understand why a kick to the testicles hurts so badly, we first need to understand a bit about pain itself. Pain is your body's way of saying, hey, something's wrong here. It's an alarm system designed to protect you from harm. The testicles are among the most sensitive organs in the male body, packed with nerve endings that send sharp, urgent signals to your brain when they're threatened. But what makes this pain truly terrible is how these nerve signals interact with the rest of your body. Unlike other parts of the body, the testicles don't just send pain signals locally. Due to a phenomenon called referred pain, the pain is often felt in other parts of the body, especially the abdomen, lower back, and even up to the chest. This happens because the nerves that serve the testicles also connect to the same spinal cord parts that serve these areas. So, when you get kicked in the groin, your brain isn't entirely sure where the pain is coming from, and it ends up interpreting it as coming from multiple regions. This is why the pain can seem to radiate or even feel like a punch to the gut. The role of the cremasteric muscle, an evolutionary reflex. Adding another layer to the painful experience of a groin injury is the involvement of the cremasteric muscle. This muscle plays an important role in the evolutionary design of the male reproductive system. Think of it as a built-in thermostat for your testicles, constantly adjusting their position to keep them at just the right temperature. But why does this matter? The job of the testicles is to produce sperm, and they need to be kept slightly cooler than the rest of the body to do that effectively. If the testicles get too warm, sperm production can slow down or become less efficient. So, our bodies have evolved a clever way to keep them at the perfect temperature by hanging them outside the body. Now you might be wondering why evolution would decide to dangle such a sensitive part of the male anatomy in such a vulnerable spot. It's almost as if nature were playing a cruel joke. But in reality, it's all about preserving the quality of the sperm. The testicles are located outside the body because the ideal temperature for sperm production is a few degrees lower than the body's core temperature. When it's cold outside, the cremasteric muscle contracts and pulls the testicles closer to the warmth of the body. When it's hot, the muscle relaxes, allowing the testicles to hang lower and cool off. It's like nature's version of a retractable air conditioning system. But here's where it gets tricky. The cremasteric muscle isn't just sensitive to temperature, it also reacts to sudden impacts. When you get hit in the testicles, this muscle contracts reflexively, pulling the already injured testicles closer to the body. This is nature's way of trying to protect the jewels, but in doing so, it can actually make the pain worse. It's like your body is saying, quick, we need to protect the sperm, but ends up making it worse. The tension from this reflex can contribute to the persistent discomfort that follows a groin injury as the muscles around the area remain tight and sore, making you wish evolution had come up with a less painful solution. So, while it may seem like human evolution pulled a fast one on men by putting such an important part of the anatomy in harm's way, it did so for a good reason, to make sure that sperm production continues smoothly, even in fluctuating temperatures. The cremasteric muscle's constant adjusting might feel like an overexcited bodyguard at times, but it's all part of the body's plan to keep your reproductive system in top shape. And the next time you feel that uncomfortable contraction after a cold breeze or an unexpected impact, just remember, it's your body doing everything it can to preserve your most precious assets. But for how long does the pain last? The immediate, sharp pain from a blow to the testicles can last for several minutes, but the aftermath can remain for much longer. The beginning wave of pain is often followed by a dull discomfort that can remain for hours. In some cases, the discomfort can last for days, depending on the seriousness of the impact and whether any significant injury has occurred. But now is the time to go see a doctor. The lasting pain is partly due to the testicles' sensitivity and the fact that they have a rich blood supply, which can lead to swelling and bruising. Additionally, the psychological impact of the injury can sometimes make the pain feel worse or more extensive than it actually is. This is your body's way of making sure you take the injury seriously and avoid any further harm. The testicular cancer connection, a theoretical risk. Some doctors believe that repeated trauma to the testicles might increase the risk of developing testicular cancer, although this remains a theoretical connection and not a proven fact. The idea is that trauma could potentially cause cellular damage, leading to abnormal cell growth over time. However, the evidence is not firm, and more research is needed to fully understand any potential link. It's important to note that testicular cancer is relatively rare and highly treatable, especially when caught early. However, if you experience significant or frequent pain in the testicles, it's always wise to seek medical advice, not just for peace of mind, but also to rule out any serious conditions, given the extreme sensitivity of the testicles and the potential for serious injury. It's no wonder that athletes, particularly those in professional sports, take special precautions, such as the athletic cup, a hard plastic or metal shield, designed to protect the testicles from impact. If you think getting kicked in the groin is bad, imagine the agony of being hit by a 150 mph baseball or a speeding hockey puck. Without an athletic cup, such an impact could cause severe trauma, including burst testicles, which would require immediate medical attention and potentially even surgery. Athletic cups aren't exactly comfortable, but the protection they offer is well worth the trade-off. They're designed to distribute the force of a blow across a wider area, reducing the chance of serious injury. And while they can't completely eliminate the pain of a direct hit, they can significantly reduce its intensity, potentially saving athletes and their families. A kick to the testicles is a uniquely painful experience, combining intense nerve pain, extreme discomfort, and the body's protective reflexes all at once. It's a reminder of how vulnerable this particular part of the male anatomy is, and why it's so important to protect it, whether through the natural contraction of the cremasteric muscle or the practical use of an athletic cup. The pain may be short-lasting, but its impact is enough to make even the toughest of men shiver at the just a thought. So, the next time you see someone take a hit to the groin, remember that what they're feeling isn't just a sharp pain in one spot. It's a full body composition of discomfort that won't be forgotten anytime soon.